to another Temu haul. Well, I've got a few items that are not craft related, but the rest is. So I'm going to do those 5 things and then we'll go into the craft stuff. I have my new mic on. Not a clue if it's working. The button is blinking green and red. Not a clue if it's making a damn bit of difference, but it's frustrating because it worked yesterday. I tested it yesterday. It worked. I'm not sure it's working today. I did a test video. Didn't sound like it was working. So who knows? It may sound the same as they usually do. So anyway, the 5 things that I got that are outside the craft is first the shower head. The head does not adjust, but you're attaching it to the wall mount. So I'm not sure if this was worth it, but it has 5 settings, on and off. It was 58 cents. It looks really good in the picture in the video. So I don't know if I got crap and wasted 58 cents. But I'm going to test it out in the spare bathroom and see if it was worth 58 cents. It seems a bit scratched. Like pit scratch. So hopefully it's not a total waste, but the holes are very tiny. But in the video, it showed it flowing pretty good. So 58 cents? I don't know. Maybe it will be specifically to bathe the dogs. I don't know. Alright. And then I got 2 wet brushes. This one fans out. This piece separates them. You attach it in the back here to spread out each of the teeth. This was $1.97. This one's already spread out, and it was $1.61. I thought. The one I got from Walmart was pretty expensive. My hair tangles super fast. It's thin, it's fine, yet it still tangles. The minute water touches it, I'm all done. So I thought maybe one in the shower, and then one in my bag, because it's supposed to be wet and dry. So I figured I'd test out both styles, see if they're worth anything, because I didn't know which one would be better. So we're going to try those out and see if those are worth the money. And then I am trying again another product, which this is my last try. I've bought several products already. I have dark circles, I have puffy eyes. My stress, my insomnia, everything shows up in my eyes. So this is supposed to reduce the puffiness. I don't know if it's going to. Good chance it's not. But we're going to try it for $2.39. It's now $2.38. I get the penny. So I don't know if it's going to work. Big air pocket in it though. Just supposed to massage it and clean dry skin. And massage it till it absorbs in. So let's see if I ended up buying another moisturizer, because they're all good moisturizers. They're just not doing what they say. And then this was $3.38, and this was supposed to take away dark spots. This had really good ratings. The other one did too, but mine just may be too bad for it to work. So this is supposed to lessen the darkness They show under the armpits, but... And it says keep away from eyes. So, it says for sensitive areas. I'm going to give it a test drive on my eyes and see if it makes any difference. But that may be another moisturizer. Just say they're good moisturizers, but they do not do, so far, the few that I've bought already. Because I even bought some that has, this is an inflammation, it's a spice. Also, turmeric. I bought some. That should have worked. It didn't, unless it didn't have enough in it. But that didn't even work. So, moving on. This is 1 yard of embroidered flowers. And it's got a pearl on the center. I had put butterflies like this in my basket. Guess they sold out before it processed. Really irritating because the butterflies were absolutely gorgeous. They were just like this. Really pretty embroidery. So I thought I could cut these up and use them without the tool in it in between and just trim it up because it doesn't look like it's very well trimmed around. There's a overage on this side at least, and then it starts to overside, so it went crooked on the lace, or at least the cut did, the finished cut. So I saw those and it was really pretty for $1.48. One of those special projects. And sorry for the noise. $3.98. This was a variety of flowers. So you had variations of colors, variations of flower, had little baby ones, a hydrangea looking one. Get over here, you little bugger. Serious. There's a different type right there with the teal color. Got a baby rose. Another. Looks like two of each. Another one of those. Daffodilly looking. What are these? A blue rose, a little squashed. Yep, that was two of them. So it looks like you get two of each. Two of these. Yep. So, good variety. A lot of times you only get one, and then you can't do two projects. But I love adding flowers to projects. So, wheels are turning on that one. And then this one is $2.99. And these were roses. Sorry for the noise. And they're the multicolor roses. Get a splash of another color in it. There's only one of those. There's more pink ones than anything else. And it's 20 of them, and it says mixed colors. So when they do that, then you get a random. So like this one's got some purple in the pink. And then there's just a plain pink. So incorporate those somehow. And some of my projects. Alright, so then got this paper pack, which I haven't Mo card, but this one was called Eden Garden, and they have multiple styles, and they named them different things. So I like the books. They wrapped them in vellum, which is super pretty. Except the only thing is they wrote the Eden Garden on it. So this will be a little bit harder to use. I could use this piece. That would be pretty on something. But they messed up the flowers right there. Dang, can't use that one. Okay, so I don't remember what the pages look like because it's been a minute. But they look vintagey. 2 each. A lot of words from like old time. With different colors. Which the theme is flowers, so the flower is going to be incorporated. Oh, that was a crab. Some really pretty ones. But you can do these on cards. Junk journaling. Scrapbooking. Signs. Oh, the bumblebees. I don't know, I'm kind of looking at junk journaling. It's starting to catch my interest. So, don't know. I definitely have stuff to do junk journaling. They're very pretty. So then I diamond painting. I bought one from Temu, and I think I might have another one, but it was getting so hard to do because it was hard to see. But this is a light up. It has the white and the soft white, like a yellow light, and it's chargeable. And this came with the different tips plus the little microfine glass. So you attach it to the pen and you can see better. How genius is that? I've had the ones that come with the kits that are these little skinny pink things that you pick up the little stones with, but it was so hard because I couldn't see half the time. Is at the bottom of the bead, is at the top of the bead, because they all look the same. With this, I'll be able to see better. I'll be able to line them up, and then if I have sections where I can do multiple lines, or if I need to adjust my line, the little tip that you pick up one stone at a time after you stick it in that sticky stuff. There's a couple of more. One with a curve. Only one of them has the metal tip on it, so I'm not quite sure what. Oh, that's the small. Pick up a couple at a time. So, and then it's got a little handle on it. So I thought, well, now I can dig down into that project. But it's apps. I had to get it. It's absolutely beautiful. It's God embracing the flag. And I had to have it, but it was so overwhelming to figure out how I was like, even with all the lights and the glasses, and it just felt overwhelming. And I've done a bunch of them, and I just remember how difficult it could be. So this is a set of paintbrushes. 15 of them for $1.58, and the very detailed tips. I have small brushes, but they're like, the tips are mangled, and they're fine, but they're just too loose and not held together really well, so they were frustrating to try to do detail work. And then this has a little ball. It's all metal, so you can do dots. That's pretty cool, because that's something you don't normally get in paintbrushes. And then you get this little baby one. That's a pretty good set for details. I really like this one. So those little tiny wood pieces I have are difficult to paint. Well, now I've got some good brushes that I can get in the details, which I struggled before, because I'd paint one strip like on a flag and it ended up in both sections. Then I got some more rolled paper for rolling flowers, rolled paper. And this was $1.77 for 260 of them. And these are 5mm. So I have some that are smaller than this, and then I have some that are bigger than this. So I wanted to get one in the middle. And I'm going to start doing some rolled flowers. And to help me do that, for $2.28, which is, it went up to $2.98, was this little pegboard. It has the little pegs, and you put them in, which I got to do some more research. YouTube videos I'll be watching. But you set the pegs up in these holes, and you wrap the paper around it for whatever design you want to do. So it's supposed to make paper rolling easier. I hope that's the case. And then, and the diamond painting, which I don't know why they call it diamond painting, because you're actually not painting, you're putting beads down. But I bought a frame for $3.14, but it's already gone down to $2.79, and I got the rebate. But it's a frame for diamond painting. So for my one diamond painting that I have that I need to do, I have a frame to frame it out, so I can do whatever finish I want on them, and then all I gotta do is glue these together, which it won't be these two, but how they have the little slats at the end, and they have indents on the sides. So you're, in essence, fitting them in the grooves together. So you just stick some wood glue in there, and then closing them up. And you don't have to nail anything. And hopefully it fits well to where it doesn't cover too much of the image. I was trying to get one that was close to it, and that was the biggest one they had. So I'm hoping that it works, because that'll be gorgeous in the end. I'll actually have a beautiful frame, because it's an odd size too, so I'm not paying for a custom frame. That's insanely expensive, and to find a frame, I actually can make one, but now I have like the template, so that might help me be able to make one in the future. Okay, and then I said on my previous craft video that I'd gotten these variant one or gradient ones, which is the two colors. Well, here's the solid colors. So I'm going to do some solid colored ones. These pens are really good. For $3.48, I mean, a little expensive for a pen, but it's also not just a pen, it's a craft pen. So I get to put my pizzazz to it. So then in comes, this was a little expensive, but I actually was looking at these. Holy crap, the containers. Is that bead? Oh no, it's plastic wrap. I'm like, they trashed this container. Beat the crap out of that package. I didn't realize it had this on there when I opened up the bag. Oh, stab yourself. But these got to be glass beads if I remember correctly, because they are packaged in a way that would clearly indicate that they were trying to get them to not be broken. Where they have, wow, foam in it. Holy moly. Now I'm not sure if these are glass. These feel plastic. They're light too. So this store took some effort to make sure that they arrived safe. But it's, what do they call it, a variety? Mixed colors. If you want to know which store it is, because I've gotten beads in baggies and in little plastic containers. But this is 100 count. Was that what it said? I think this is 100 count. Maybe. But they have all kinds of beautiful beads that you could use with colors. There's a lot of colors in here. This would be really cool with those pens. Wow. There's a lot of pretty ones in here. They do show them, so, but I mean, it's hard to remember all of them. But there's a good variety in here that will work well with those pens. The only thing remembering is how big these holes are, which makes the beads shift around on the pen. But I love these beads. They were a little pricey, $10.99. Did it go? Yeah. These are sold out right now. And these come and go really quick. And they give me a price reduction, but I went to go check to see what the price reduction was because I couldn't remember because I got a bunch lately. As far back as 7 orders ago, I'm still getting rebates from. But I went to go check to see because I couldn't remember what the difference was. And I was like, oh, they're sold out again. So people are grabbing these beads like nobody's business. But I thought they were glass because of the extent that they packaged them in. I'm impressed with this store. I'll have to keep an eye on this store. And I have a permanent container for them. Sorry about that noise. But that is quite a bit of them. And they're actually really beautiful colors. So, yeah, I'm going to be making up a bunch of pens. That was a little pricey, but I'm not disappointed. So then I got these containers, which I think some of my beads are going to go in here. They're pretty decent made. Oh, got a little crack. Didn't see that a minute ago. But they have these little flaps, so you're pulling them up to lock them in and pulling them down to unlock. And they have these little hook tabs that hooks it to it. And a little handle. But it has dividers. And all of the dividers come out. But what I like about these dividers is they go flat to the base. And if you have more of one thing, take it out and you have all this section. And then they got the separators to put the dividers back in if you need the dividers. And they slide right back in. And it's got six compartments. And clip them right back on. 3 layers. So this thing is pretty stinking cool. for $1.08. Yeah, $1.08. That's a good deal. Although I don't think this affects it in any way, but that's what happens when they package things in a bag. You can't guarantee that the stuff won't get squashed. And all of this stuff I'm showing you came in the same package. So, and then here's container number 2, which is funny because this says white and this says transparent. But they're exactly the same. And it was one of those blowout 90% off sales. And this one, I could only get one. It wouldn't let me, it had a limit. So, dog fair on it already. But the funny thing is when I went in my cart, I hit 2 on the white to up the amount, and it gave me another one. Because I found this in one spot, and then found the other one in another spot. So I had a transparent one and a white one. Well, I don't know why they're talking white, because I don't see anything white about them. I see them all exactly the same. So I find that funny. But it seems like, I think I'm figuring out, if you put something in the cart and then you try to hit another one, and it tells you limited, I'm wondering if you can still add and bypass that one limit when you're in your cart and change the number. That's what I did, and that's how I ended up with 2, which it would not let me get more than 1. So I think I found out a new trick. But if we played one over on them this round, cool. And then I got this, which was $2.98, and they had several of them. One was 26 squares, one was 20, I think it was 24, and then 56. And so I went for the 56. And this is what's cool about them, is you get 4. But they also have individual caps. So this is good for little tiny pieces, such as diamond painting, such as beads, little tiny beads, charms, all that kind of stuff. I have them in one of my collapsible cubby things in a bunch of different containers. So I'm wondering how many of them I can get in one location so I can actually see what I have instead of a bunch of small ones. I have one container that is the divider, but I also have other ones that are small containers with just a little bit in them. And so maybe I could consolidate some of it into this. And if this works out pretty good, I may get some more of these. And then the flap goes down and locks in. And you got 56 of them for $2.98. That's a deal too. Because I think there was some that were more expensive than that. So I just kept digging and shopping. That's what I do. I see something and I'm like, oh, let me keep going. See if I can find that same thing for less. And then everyone's finding these at Dollar Tree. But I'm never finding them. It was $6.39 when I purchased them. They're now $6.28, so I got a rebate. There's 10 of them. You can't get these at Dollar Tree for that much. Beautiful. Oh, they're diamond heads. They're knobs. And they have the screws. So the edge isn't as pretty right here. It looks filed down right there. You only see it from the side. Let me see if that was just the only one. Same thing. It's got a flattened edge. I don't know if I like that part, because it makes it look a little on the cheaper side. Yep, they're all like that. I don't know if they're traditionally like that. I doubt it, because I have a knob that I got from Hobby Lobby. That was $1 something by itself, and that was clearance. I don't know if I like that. I don't think they showed that in their pictures, that's for sure. Yep, they apparently are all like that. I mean, they're pretty from this view, but I don't like that filed edge. I was super excited about these. I'm a little bit disappointed now, because who wants to see that? And it's supposed to be like a beautiful glass piece, and then you've got, it's glass, but I think it could be plastic. Oh, this thing's making it heavy. This metal piece is making it heavy. That's kind of disappointing. I don't know. Looks pretty from the top. Just don't look at the side. I don't know if anybody, unless it is like that, so when you grab it, it doesn't slip. I don't know. I was kind of excited about them. Now I'm not as excited, because I was expecting to not see that edge like that. But one of the things I plan to do is put one on the top, because I have, oh my goodness, this Gorilla Glue doesn't want to open. Got too much on the edge, that's why. But I have this Gorilla Glue that's like E6000, and I wanted to put some on it. That's why it's stupid, because it keeps coming out. That's why it ends up gluing the cap. And it stinks. Put that on the top of it, which I wanted to do, but I see everybody doing this with the Dollar Tree ones, and I'm like, how pretty is that? It just glams up your container a little bit more. The container came from Dollar Tree. I have my little wooden pieces in it, but how glammed up did that go? That's super pretty. You just let the E6000 set for 24 hours and you can use the jar. How pretty. And you got a little craft at the end. How cool. Well, that is my haul. I hope you enjoyed it. Hope you could hear me clear. And I hope you have a wonderful day. And if you have any questions, let me know. Thanks. Bye.